that had to be like 2001-ish.
A little after, yeah.
So right, you know, I remember coming on board at WWF, and Sable was there, and I thought, oh my God, I hope they put me in wrestling boots, because I can't be her. I don't want to be that. I can't be, my legs aren't that long. You know, so I was like, oh, I hope they make me a fighter, because there wasn't much fighting going on. So thank goodness they did right away. So my big concern was shake the ring rust. Been like 10 years since I wrestled, you know. Don't tell them that. But I went and trained, you know, when I was home and was working my butt off to get my rust off. And then, you know, I get pounded with Jackie Moore for 9 months straight. But things started coming along where we were finally getting some Molly Hollies and Trisha's coming along and Lita came into the picture and action starting to ensue. And then, boom, we get Kitty. Miss Kitty, I think, was the beginning of it. And they package us as divas, and probably not because of her, but because, you know, they saw Trish, and Trish was Fitness World, and that fitness model thing was hot at the time. So it was, I think, a decent move, but they should have just kept it with odd-shaped girls like all of us that were still pretty, but we all had, like, you know, muscles, and there was Chyna and Deborah. I mean, you know, yin and yang there. Black girls, white girls, tall girls, short girls, and everybody still looked really hot. And the neat thing was that here's what they look like in bikinis as girls playing on the beach. And you know them as wrestlers in the ring pounding on each other. But then to have an onslaught of just girls that are really good at posing in bikinis but can't deliver on our show, which is a wrestling show, action show, that's just Loserville.
So you weren't upset with being photographed in bikini and portrayed that way, like our wrestlers are also pretty women. You were upset when the hiring of the female wrestlers became more about who would be statuesque in a bikini versus who would do well.
I thought that was unfair for the product, the fans, and unfair for the bikini girls that were expected then.
Gotcha.
You can't not be on a wrestling show and then, you know, want to find some respect from your colleagues. And that makes you go, gee, I kind of want to learn how to wrestle. Yeah. And they're like skinny little things, you know, they're going to break. You can't learn overnight. But I was having a meltdown on one of our first photo shoots because, you know, Kitty was there and she was just, you know, I could have sworn there was, you know, little messy stuff going on between her and a photographer that just made me sick because, you know, she was, you know, like one of those nymph girls, you know, where she could take a man and make him naughty no matter how happy he might have been at home. So she was good at that, you know, and it worked on this guy. I was watching it, and it just made me sick because it was like if you were, you know, taking pictures with her in the vicinity of this one guy's camera, he'd go snap, snap, and he'd go, oh, that's great, chicka, 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 chicka. And you're just thinking, you're sickening. You know, this is really obvious. I mean, just be a little bit better about, you know, what's going on in the jacuzzi after our photo shoots. So that made me sick, kind of, and yeah, and I just really felt out of my league doing bikini photo shoots.
Okay.
And we had, back then too, our photographers got a lot better. We had these guys that were like the same guys taking pictures ringside. So I swear to God, you'd be like positioned up on these rocks, you know, with this thing sticking up your butt, you know, and you're all uncomfortable and you're trying to suck it in and look sexy, right? And the photographer would be like 10 miles down there with this zoom lens this long. And you can't hear him say, okay, smile. And you can't hear him say, okay, that's it, we're done. And then, until you notice this little figure walking off and you're up there, you don't have your flip-flops, you don't have any way down, there's nobody helping you, there's no makeup ladies, there's no wardrobe ladies. You're just stuck up there with, you know, rocks and your thong up your ass, waiting for someone to come rescue you.
I hate that.
Shit.
Sounds a little like the locker room under Patterson in the 80s. Here comes Paulie, and it's kind of like the circus coming to town, isn't it?
Yeah. But same thing, the guy's talented.
Yeah.
You know, he brings a whole new flair to the commentary scene. I mean, I think Jim Ross is awesome. He's really good at what he does. Don't want to talk about his personal life. Oh, I will if you want, but No, we won't.
JR? You got
Yeah.
dirt on JR?
Nah, we don't need to go there. He's
Miss Kitty? What happened?
No, not that.
What?
No, just ugly stuff. Politics.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, I thought he was great. He's a good writer. He's a great commentator. You know, really thrilling to listen to. I really, really always enjoyed his work. But anyway, I thought he was great. He's a good writer. He's a great commentator. You know, really thrilling to listen to. I really, really always enjoyed his work.
Now, he owed a lot of the guys in your locker room a lot of money when he shows up. Did anyone call him on that?
I think that was just their love-hate relationship.
Hmm?
Yeah, I mean, I think the guys, you know, come on. I mean, why do you keep working for the guy if he owes you tons of money? And that went on and on and on and on and on through their relationships. So what's new? You know, big deal. The guy shows up, and they all respected him too as being creative and a hard worker and a nutball. So, I mean, you know, look where we're coming from. We're coming off of, you know, what, 3 years earlier, it was Russo, you know, and what was the other guy's name?
Ferrara?
Yeah, Ferrara. So it's like, you know, you're always going to have these kind of wingnuts in there, but they're creative and they serve a purpose for the show. It made the guys fret a bit because, again, there's competition for work and spots, and now you have. We had 2 shows at the time. 1.
You had two
SmackDown.
shows, and
And then they
now
did the
you'd
big
have
draft thing.
Yeah, now you'd
So
have 3.
yeah, so in a way we were kind of, you know, everybody felt like, well, there'll probably be enough work for everybody because of the 2 shows, and there's gonna be more pay-per-views, but it was that real worrisome thing of being relocated. You know, what show you're gonna be on. Of course, everybody loved Monday Night Raw. Raw was kind of the legit, you know, cable. It was, you could be a little more rowdy on it.
What are
And
you told?
SmackDown is weird. What are we told?
What are you told by the office now that this is a great thing? How are they keeping you on board and keeping you optimistic, or are they not?
They don't care about that.
They don't care.
No, you're not told anything. Jeez Louise.
Sorry.
We just make up all our own, you know, stuff based on hearsay and who told what, and it's a big gossip rink.
Right.
I was just happy to see a big onslaught of new, fresh faces coming on board. It's like, boys. It was fun. My God, how exciting. Imagine. God, you got like, you know, how many 40, 50 handsome guys to look at every day anyway?
Yeah.
And here comes another 50 marching through the door.
Lord, right?
Wow.
Wow. A lot of
It was
testosterone.
really good for me.
The boys' club got bigger.
It was fine for me. It's real
for
good. Yeah.
Now, Shane, splitting the family, how's this angle going over? Is this going to fly? You guys think that this is the best way to use
No.
this newfound
No.
gem?
No. I guess, you know, it was, you know, same old thing. You go with the flow. Everybody's kind of looking for opportunity on, you know, clinging on to whatever storyline's going to be developed.
Mm-hmm.
I think I had the girls, the blondes. I got stuck with Tori and Stacy. Remember, I was going to be their, you know, trainer or something. That lasted for about 2 weeks. I still have in my trunk of old costumes a tank top, you know, that we cut out the WCW logo on and sewed it on there so we'd have like a uniform.
Mm-hmm.
Whoopee.
Yeah.
Yeah. God, why did I get stuck with all those kids?
Did you get it?
I got stuck with Miss Kitty. I get stuck with the blondes. Oh. And
well,
that was
that you'd show them something, maybe.
pissing my mind.
But look at it as a compliment.
God. This just came up the other night too. We had the, this was when the girls came on board. I guess it was after the WCW thing though. But it was when we did, you know, it was like the blondes were there and the Diva thing was packaged. And so now at house shows, they were doing the no-brainer. I think our ticket sales were down a little bit. So instead of having a girls match, they had a bikini show, you know.